Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, kids of all ages, welcome to our Saturday stream. How y'all doing? My name is rbPlays. I am your humble host on this side of the screen. Thanks so much for stopping by. If this is your first time here, sit back, relax, grab a snack, maybe a beverage, see if you like what we do here. If you do, maybe consider hitting the follow button. Get notified every time we go live, which is every Saturday about this time, 8:30-ish. I was feeling froggy this morning, so I pushed go about 5 minutes early. Let's chat for a minute. I think what I'll do for right now is I will pause that. So last week, one of my mods suggested that since there's no music in the stream, that we take the now playing on Pretzel Rocks announcements out of the chat. There's no, if I'm playing Pretzel Rocks on the PC, if I'm playing Pretzel Rocks, it is sending a chat message over to Twitch. And I have to do that as per part of their licensing agreement, so that if I am playing music in my stream, it's credited. So I can't just turn it off. And I don't know how I'm going to fix that. Right now, I stopped the music on my end. I only want music to play for you all in the pre-stream and the post-stream. Fun fact about that. Last week we were talking about all the BS content claim activities that some AI models, etc., are putting on different channels. I got one. I got a copyright claim. Not a strike. It's not a copyright strike, but a copyright claim as soon as the stream ended. And it was music that was playing in the pre-stream. And that's easy, right? I can just go into YouTube and I can tell it to mute that section because it's the pre-stream. And so there's no voice content, no game content, no nothing. What I don't know is if I allow the music to play throughout the stream, can I go in? I don't know if YouTube is smart enough for this, but maybe they are. I don't know if I can go in and say, just mute the music and don't mute any of the game sounds. Don't mute any of the, any of my voice. I don't know. Maybe one day we'll play around with that and see what happens, but it won't be this day. It won't be this day. But yeah, doing I'm flustered this week. Frustrated. I don't know what I'm trying to say here. I bought a couple of the things that we needed for the secondary video camera. I got this, got a cam link, and it works phenomenally. But I was going to use it with this HDMI out GoPro 7. I think this is the 7. I bought the wrong cable. I bought an HDMI to HDMI mini. This needs an HDMI micro. So that didn't work. But the new one will be here in a couple of days. So by next week's stream, we should have either a better face-on camera like this or a different studio angle that we can share. That'll be fixed. I've been doing a lot of work design work for the CNC router that we would like to put in the wood shop. As many of you are aware, we're going to be using linear rails, linear bearings for all of the moving parts. I found a model in the SketchUp warehouse, the 3D warehouse for SketchUp, that is that. It was in 200 millimeter length, but it was the raw drawing, and so I can scale it. So I was able to scale it out to 1,000 millimeters for the X and the Y axis, scale it out to 300 millimeters for the Z axis. And so now I actually have a drawing of diamond anvil. That hurts only a little bit. It hurts a little bit. But yeah, we're gonna have. So I've got a drawing. I've got a drawing of my CNC router. I'm still missing the lead screw that's going to control the Z axis, but everything else is in place. Everything else is in place, with the exception of the surface of the milling surface. But that'll give me how much? You know what? That's a good question. How much Z axis will that give me? Z axis clearance I'll have, and this is just preliminary. So do that, come down to that. About 145 millimeters. So what? 6 inches? Just under 6 inches? Nope. It's going to be, nope. It's going to be less than that, because I've got at least 1.25 inches. So it'll be somewhere around 4. It'll be somewhere around 4 inches of clearance with the model as it is. I could raise it up. I could raise the gantry up a little bit, and that might make it better. But yeah, because I need to put a 1/2 inch. I could probably get by with about 1 inch. The way this table is supported. I don't think I have to worry too much about warping, sagging, etc. And I'll be able to flatten it on a regular basis. So yeah, I could probably just do 2 layers of. I could probably get away with about 3/4 of an inch total. Get a piece of 1/4 inch MDF for the sub base, the part that's going to go right here. And then I want to put in T-track. Either put in T-track or make my own T-track for hold downs. So then we'll use another 1/2 inch for that. So yeah, so that's pretty cool. Better face cam, who'll be guest streaming. I can't believe you said that to me. That's so hurtful. It's not really all that hurtful, because it's true. Woo. But yeah, lots of progress made on this, and I'm super happy about it. Like, I've been working on this a little bit every night this week. I'm probably going to refine the shape a little bit. You know, like, this doesn't have to come all the way out to here. I could cut this back to here and put a little angle on it, you know, so that it's not as bulky. Stuff like that. So yeah, but it's we're getting to a point. Will I use the mill to flatten its own base? Yes. Yes, I will. Because what that will do is that will guarantee, I'll have to tram the head in, right? But that will guarantee that the surface is perpendicular to the operating axis of the gantry. So, yeah, that's the plan. I will use it to flatten its own base. Now, we are going to have some losses on this, right? So just by the design, right? When this gantry system goes all the way back, this router head that's going to be out here, it will not go all the way to the back. So we're going to lose, let's see here. We're going to lose about 8 inches from the back. But this thing is also 40 inches deep. So we'll be able to work, we'll have a working base of about 32 inches. Everything that I want to make is less than 32 inches. Ideally, what I want to use this for is guitar bodies. And the same over here, when it goes left and right on the y-axis, we'll lose a little bit when it hits the edges here, because the spindle will be here in the center of the gantry z-axis mount, right? So we'll lose, let's see, this is 131 millimeters. I could probably refine that even a little bit. This doesn't have to be well, it does have to be a roughly this, because I've got to be able to get the z-axis screw down through the center here. I might be able to condense it a little bit. I might be able to get it down to like 125. So figure half of that. 125 is about 5 inches. Figure 2.5. We'll lose 2.5. We'll lose 5 inches total from the 40. So we'll have a roughly 32 deep by 35 wide working area for the CNC, which I can live with. But yeah, there's that. There is that. I think it's time to turn the fan on. It was chilly in here this morning, but now that we've gone live, the nerves kick in. I get nervous still when I stream for you guys. I get nervous when I stream for you guys. I don't know why. You guys are the greatest. So yeah, that's where we're at on the CNC router. I am going to need to get a better controller. This is the controller that I got for it. I don't even know if this thing works yet, because I have not done anything with it, but this is only strong enough to run NEMA 17 motors. And NEMA 17 motors are never gonna work. Never gonna work for milling out hardwoods for a guitar body. I will do something with it. Who knows? Maybe I'll make my own freaking 3D printer. I don't know. Upgrade my laser engraver. Something. Update my laser engraver so that it has z-axis functionality or rotary axis functionality, or just make a bigger one. I don't know. It'll definitely do that. But anyway, I got 3 NEMA 17 steppers. I got this Arduino controller. Not going to be big enough to run the CNC router. So we're going to have to go with at least NEMA 23s. But we're making progress on it. I did figure out that with the I probably could. I might be able to upgrade the controller, but here's the thing. I can buy a kit. I can buy a NEMA 23 kit that comes with all of the controllers for $160. Like, to me, that's worth it. And it would have a dedicated controller for each axis. This one here would be running all 3 axes. Axes, all 3 axes. Whereas the upgraded set that I'm looking at would be able to have a separate controller for each axis. And to me, that seems desirable. The one thing I got to figure out, and I've started doing some research on this, is I don't know if you saw it in the drawing, but the x-axis is going to have 2 lead screws. It's going to have one on each side so that both sides move simultaneously. I got to figure out how to slave one controller to, or one stepper motor to another, and make sure that they run at the same rate. You know what I mean? Then we got to figure out limit switches and all that other good stuff too. It's going to be an interesting project. Speaking of projects in the wood shop, this past week, my director, my assistant director, my boss's boss, he said, "Hey, you got a wood shop, right? You got a bandsaw in your wood shop?" I said, "Yeah." He said, "Can you cut a couple of pieces of wood for me?" I said, "Probably. What do you need?" He said, "Well, he's big into duck hunting, not the video game, actual duck hunting." But asked me if I could cut. He had some pieces of driftwood that he wanted to use for duck mounts, and he asked me if I could flatten them so that he could mount them to the wall. Well, they were too big. I couldn't put them on my bandsaw. My bandsaw's only got, I don't know, 6 or 7 inches of clearance to the lower, to the upper bearing, the upper guide bearing. I couldn't. There was no way I was going to be able to do that on that. But I do have 2 other tools in the wood shop that worked out phenomenally. I have a power plane, so a handheld, motor operated, battery powered power plane, and I have a benchtop joiner. Between the 2 of those, nice work. Nice work. Flattened them out real nice. My nose is going to drive me crazy today, and I don't know what to do about it. It's driving me nuts. The weather, not the weather, the allergies have just been... Anyway, did that this week. I am almost ready to start my bench build. So I'm going to build a padded bench for a little sitting area that we have in our, what you would call a breakfast nook, but we don't use it for a breakfast nook. It's just a little sitting area because it's got lots of windows, lots of sunlight, and it's nice to look out in the yard and see the squirrels and stuff. So I'm going to build a little padded bench for that. Hopefully I'll be able to get that started here within the next week or so. My youngest nephew's wife messaged me this week and asked for a wall shelf and a cutting board. I wasn't able to make it to their wedding, so I'm gonna make that for him and send it to him as a wedding gift. My oldest nephew is getting married this year, so I got a project I need to work on for him. I got a message last night from another coworker asking me how much I charge for cutting boards. He's going to see if he can find a design that he likes, and we're going to come together on a price, and I'm going to make him a cutting board. So business is picking up. Business is picking up. There was something else I was going to build, too. Can't think of what it is. Can't think of what it is right now. Anyway, business is picking up for the wood shop. Potentially. I got a meeting with the FRA this week. Tuesday this week, I've got a meeting with the Federal Railroad Administration. They are doing their annual PTC, Positive Train Control Audit, and I handle all of the training for that, and they want to talk about, we're fine. Like, our program is chef's kiss, but still, it doesn't change the fact that I have to go and sit in the room with a bunch of feds for an entire day. Wish me luck. Wish me luck. Allergies are driving me insane. Doesn't help that I went out and did a bunch of yard work on Friday. Yard looks great. Yard looks really good. Yard looks better. luck. You'll be fine. Thank you.
Now that's what I call high quality H2O.
We need water. So we shall water. Ugh. Water's probably a good idea right now. Yep. Good high quality H2O right there. High quality. Fixed the multi-chat thing. 2 weeks ago, it was not working very well. And it was because StreamerBot, I was running that as and Diamond, you'll probably appreciate this a little bit. I don't think you were here last week when I offered up my explanation for what I had to do. But StreamerBot does run on Linux, but you have to run it in Wine. So I was running it in Wine, and it was working. It was working fine. Working. Stopped working. Couldn't figure out why. Did some research. Nobody really had any explanation as to why it would just suddenly stop working. But I also found that most of the people in the forums that are talking about StreamerBot on Linux say to run it in Bottles. Bottles is an application that's kind of like a Wine emulator. Creates a pseudo Windows environment for Windows programs to run in. And with that being said, I was able to create a bottle for StreamerBot, and it works fantastic. It's working phenomenally. So hopefully we won't have any issues going forward. But right now, everything's working, and it's grand. It's fantastic. The only thing I did notice is I have a multi-stream title updater that's part of OBS. It's I got it from there's a YouTuber. His name's called YouTuber Twitch streamer. His name's Nutty, and he created an updater so that you can create updates to your Twitch and YouTube stream titles before you go live. Right. It doesn't work the way that it used to work. So it used to work just fine. Now it will change the Twitch title, and it'll say that it's going to change the YouTube title as soon as you go live. But today it did not change the YouTube title as soon as I went live. I had to change it. So, we'll see if there's a fix for that. The other little thing that's bugging me, it's not bugging me enough to cause problems, but there's a little thing that's bugging me right now, and I think I talked about it a little bit last week, is ATEM, AITUM, ATEM multi-stream. It works really well. That's how I'm able to be live on Twitch and YouTube at the same time. When I push the go live button on my Stream Deck, Twitch goes live. YouTube does not. There's supposed to be, according to the ATEM website, there is supposed to be in the settings, there's supposed to be a go live when, or have all of them go live at the same time. It's not there. It's not there. So I don't know if that's just Windows documentation or if it's just something that's not visible in the flat pack version of OBS. But again, it's a little annoying, but it's not a deal breaker. All I got to do is just hit go live on YouTube over here, and it's within a second I'm live on both. So I don't know. I don't know. What else did I want to talk about this morning before we get into gaming and stuff? We're gonna just be chilling today and placing blocks for the pyramid, unless you guys have a better idea. I want to. There may be a couple of other little technical things that we do, but we're going to be placing blocks for the pyramid for the most part. Yep. I hate my allergies. I hate them so much. Less annoying than forced updates. Yes, it is absolutely less annoying than forced updates that break things. Yes. Agreed. So am I a month in yet? I think I'm a month in on Linux on the streaming PC. I really don't have any complaints. I really don't have any complaints. I am getting a notice that there's an update for the Open Deck software that runs the Stream Deck. So I got to look into how to update that. But I ran other updates this morning. There was an update for Google Chrome. I think there was a kernel update, and there was a couple updates for some Flatpak stuff that I've got installed. No issues. No issues at all. I know never update on stream day, but I hadn't had a chance to come down here and do much of anything else this week, so here we are. Let's go ahead and move over to the game scene, the game page. And let's take a look at what I did. So last week after the stream was over, I went ahead and placed a few more blocks. I placed a few more blocks last week. So all we have to do now is fill in this hole right here. Not this hole, but this hole right here. We have to fill in this hole right here, and then we'll be basically done. We'll be basically done with the pyramid shell. We'll be basically done with the pyramid shell. After that, then we're going to have to figure out what we want to do with the beacon. I have 2 beacons now. Wandering Trader came through and I bought another beacon. So I have 2 beacons. I don't know if I want to put the beacon up here at the beacon's at the top of the pyramid. If I do, then I can take this layer out and this will become the beacon base. So I could do that, or we could put the beacon down here on the floor in the center and make the beacon and make the pyramid tip, make it out of glass. What do you guys think would be the better option? In order for beacon effects to, in order for you to receive beacon effects, you have to be within so many blocks, and I don't remember how many blocks that is. Oh, hello. Can I please have my sword back? Thank you. Can't remember how many blocks that is. I mean, I feel like maybe just putting it up there is probably the better way to go. Hello, Darky Curb. Welcome to the stream. Glad to have you. How many diamond blocks do I have? 336. Correct? Yeah, 336. Slap rbPlays. Why are you going to slap me? Why are you going to slap me, man? I'm no help in a foxhole. I'm not even in a foxhole, so sure. I don't remember how many diamonds, how many diamond blocks you need for a full base that is a quad base. But I do know, relatively certain that I know, that this right here that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Perfect. Perfect. If I move this beacon now, then I'll have more floor space down there in the base, right? Like this beacon, that beacon has to go. No, I'm almost out of diamond blocks. Vein mine. Oh, yeah, that's right. I can do that, can't I? I need more diamonds. I need more diamond blocks. That put a serious dent in our diamond inventory. 1, 2, 3, 4 rows. I think that's where I'm at right now. I think this is the last row. Nope, one more row after this. Okay, now let's go get the beacon. Okay. Put these away. Well, that's... How'd that happen? Put these away. Oh, I need at least a diamond to turn these 2 beacons on. Beacon. Yep, I has 2 beacons. I don't know what I'm going to do with 2 beacons. I don't know what I'm going to do with 4 beacons. But I feel like we need one that's haste and one that's regen. Actually, haste and haste 2. Sure, we'll do haste and haste 2. Why not? And then this one, it'll be regen. I don't Resistance? Sure. Only one I don't need is jump. Yeah, because of jetpack. So there. Now, if I'm down here, do they wear off? I don't think they will. I think it'll be fine. I think we'll be fine. Is there people in here that we need to go and do stuff with? Yes. Yes, there is. You're dead. Thanks for playing. So the top of the pyramid's done. Now we need to get some more blocks. Let's get some more blocks. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Let's go get rid of some stuff. Get rid of all this gold. Why do I... Wait, where did this come from? Where did that come from? All right, well, we'll put it away. And we'll put this away. And we'll put these away. And we'll put that away. Okay. Chisel. This. This. Craft all. Yes, please. Okay. Oh. Put that away. All right. This will be easy. Sweet. Go light up the outside so we don't get mobs spawning in here. Up in here. Go down here first. Okay, so that's... So I got one spot over here. Got one spot over there that had no light, and I don't know how to fix it. By the end of the stream today, we should be able to have this thing closed in. I think. Artemis 2 is home. The crew of the Integrity splashed down yesterday, 7:07 p.m. I watched it, being the space nerd that I am. One more. No, that is incorrect. Do not do that. Do not do that. That is not correct. Okay, that's correct. That is also not correct. Anybody else watch it? Watch him splash down yesterday? Oh, I think it's done. Busy with the 2-year-old grandson? The 2-year-old grandson would have probably loved that. It's a rocket. Oh, crap. That's not what I wanted. Dang it. That was definitely not what I wanted. Actually, it wasn't really a rocket though. It was just a capsule. It was the crew module. Yeah, that'll make it fine. That'll make it fine. Okay. Pyramid. Done? Externally done? Yeah. I think the next thing that we need to do then is going to be the glass. Playing in the indoor play area at the mall. That's fair. That's fair. Okay. Oh, there's mobs in here. Let us go and kill mobs for a minute. Oh, there's a mob. There's a mob. Probably the next big thing that we're going to have to do for the mob farm is actually build a auto killing mob farm. No, Istrasy, no. That's not nice. Those 4 brave adventurers they would not have deserved that. They would not have needed that. All right, so let's think about this for a second. Here we have, I decided on gray glass. Out here, we have essentially a gray, clear, see-through kind of a thing. What if we do that? Is that helpful or is that harmful? Or does it need to be something different? Blame USA for you not using it. I guarantee you everything on that. Is metric. It's scientists. I guarantee you that everything up there is metric. 100%. Do we want to do this? What's that look like? Is it distracting? It is a little distracting, isn't it? I don't know. I don't know if I want to do this or not. Yeah, let's make some glass. We'll think about it. We'll make some glass. We'll think about it. Button. I don't know where that button came from, but button. Did it come from over here? Oh, no, it came from over there. Never mind. We are done with the pyramid, right? Yeah, we're done with the pyramid. It's fantastic. All right, so we need gray glass. Gray dye. Gray dye. Playing in a playing foxhole, run an airfield and a petrol station at the same time. Good for you. $60 glass. It's not going to go very far, but I at least want to try and get one side. That's not gonna do one side, guaranteed. This is going to take a lot of glass. Yo. Yep, that's going to take a lot of glass. Black stained glass. Okay, so put that in there like that, and then get the dye. Cool. All right. Oh, time to take the hat off. The button on the top of the hat sometimes gets caught on the top of the headphones, and it drives it down into my skull, and it's not comfortable. It is not comfortable. Not bad. Not bad. All right. What do we think? Honestly, I ain't mad at it. Honestly, I ain't mad at it. Okay, let's go over here. How are we doing on food? We're good. We got plenty of carrots. Plenty of carrots. All right, that takes that and gets it. That's this whole side done, and it wraps the corner. Oh, what are you? Oh. Oh. Sure. You guys, this might be the first base build that I actually get done. Like the structure, you know? Because I notoriously have problems finishing bases. How much more glass do I have? Just under a stack. Just under a stack of glass. How much glass do I have down here? We kind of need auto crafting, don't we? What is that? 402? 402. 402 glass. That is not going to be enough to finish this place. That won't be enough to finish. So we'll have to make more glass. Let's use up the glass that we have. Okay, we are now out of glass. So does that edge need something? Does it need glass to, you know, to firm up the corner? Does it need another blocks for contrast? I honestly don't know. I honestly don't know. And then we got to think about where all this stuff is going to go, because it's not going to stay here. Like this is just dumb. This layout is dumb. Also, this probably needs to go someplace else. Do we want to make like one corner of this base our mob farm? Do we want to put the mob farm right in the center? Maybe we put it in the center? Do we have vector plates in here? What do we have for moving mobs around in here? Vector. We do not have vector plates. Entity conveyors. Those are cheap. Those are cheap. And mobs can spawn on it. Okay. Yeah, those are cheap. Have we ever used these before? Entity conveyors? I don't know that I've ever used entity conveyors. They look interesting. You get 6 of them. How many slime balls? I mean, I know I've used mob grinding utilities, but I don't know if I've ever used these entity conveyors. At mob grinding, yeah, like I know I've used I've used mob fans, I've used the mob masher, I've used spikes, jumbo tank, XP trap, wither boss death muffler. Okay. Entity conveyor, entity spawner can spawn mobs in a 3x3 area, uses a mob egg in the top slot, fueled by solid XP. How do you get a spawn egg? Oh, right here. You get spawn eggs. You get spawn eggs from cursed fucking whoops. Cursed stuff. Cursed chicken feed. Uh-huh. So that would work if there's a specific kind of mob that we like, if we wanted to have mob spawners for various entities. Hey, Lady Cat, good morning over on YouTube. Good morning, good morning. We did have a wonderful Easter. Thank you for asking. That didn't show up over there. Interesting. Aha. Aha. Oh, I know what the problem is. Hold on a second. I forgot something today. I forgot platforms, YouTube, sign in. I have to sign in on StreamerBot in YouTube, otherwise I don't get chat messages. Womp womp. Should be good now. Should be good now. Oh, yep, there it is. I see it. Oh. Wow, that's a name. Thanks, Diamond. That's a name. I can only imagine what that person was trying to post over here. Y'all, give it up for the mods. These guys do a great job of keeping idiots out of chat. Okay, what's the next thing? What's the next most important thing that I need to do? What is the next most important thing that I need to do? Need to sleep. I know something that I want to do. It may seem trivial. Sneeze. Excuse me. Stupid allergies. This may seem trivial, but I really need to do this. I need to get myself a little space right there. And I need to get myself a little space. We'll just say right here. And we need to make some of these spruce connectors. I have one. Spruce storage connector. Is there a wireless version? That's a good question. That is a good question. That is by Sophisticated Storage at Sophisticated Connector storage link. We already have that. Storage controller. Wire There doesn't appear to be wireless. So what does the link do? It links up all of your sophisticated storage together, right? So I had to put, I've got these sophisticated barrels here, these sophisticated barrels here, and I've got the importer and the controller here. This controller can only control storage barrels that it can touch. So I had to put these here so that there was a connection between these two so that I could get to all of this inventory in my AE system or my ME system. So I want to do that again, and I want to branch out, and I want to pick up some things that I don't want to move. Like I want this here. I want this here. And does the link remote storage units? It should. It should. We're going to find out. We're going to science. So storage connector. Yes, please. Okay, apparently I'm out of sticks. Apparently I am out of sticks. All right, let's try that. So if I go here, man, boy, I did good there. Now, can I see the remote storage link? Does it wire? Is that okay? We'll have to look into that. Inferium. Okay, it doesn't do it. So there must be a range. Is there a range? There must be a range. So that's on functional storage. That's on these. Sophisticated storage uses this wrench. There's locking and unlocking. Linking to a controller. I don't think it works. It might just be too far away. The remote storage link does it. Okay, well, let's see what that does. Let's look at that. Remote storage. I don't have that. So this is functional. This is for functional storage. If that's what you're talking about, it's for functional storage. And that... Huh. All right, sophisticated storage. All right, here's sophisticated storage. And I will even do you a favor and turn that off for a minute. I don't see anything there. Page through. All right, so we're done with page 1. Here's page 2. That looks like it's all barrels. Barrels and barrels. Looks like it's all barrels. That looks like barrels and chests. Shulker boxes. I don't see anything there. And then that's the last page. Shulker boxes, decorative tables, the storage link, which I already have, connects separate multi-blocks of... Oh, wait a minute. Oh, wait a minute. Maybe that's it. Hold on. What is this thing? That's the storage controller. We need the storage. Okay. We figured it out, I think. We figured it out, I think. First things first, let's get rid of these. I thought I thought that's what this thing was. I'm sorry. All right, so storage link. So we need a repeater. Pita. Sticks. Repeater. Stone. I have some stone. I have the stone. Take 20 pieces. We'll take 20 pieces. We probably should get some stone in here. All right, stone, storage link, redstone repeater, check. Check. Ugh, my nose is driving me crazy. Importer. So that's getting that from that. So let's go. put this on the bottom. Yeah. I can smelt compressed cobblestone. Good to know. I don't think that worked. But I don't know. I don't know. Let's see. Let's take a look in here and see what we can see. I don't think it's in there. Nope, it's not in there. So I got to figure out how this thing works. How do you work? Connect separate multi-block storage controller. Use storage tool to link the controller. So that's this. Starting out, cool parts. Basic storage. Storage link allows you to connect multiple storages that are not attached to a storage controller. 14 blocks. It's got to be within 14 blocks. Well, okay. So, that being the case, if I take this and I put it is that 14 blocks? It may not be. That may not be 14 blocks. Hang on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We'll go here. We'll go there. Do that. Yeah, it works. It's just got to be within 14 blocks. And yes, there is a quest book entry. That's how I found it. It's right. Where is it? Where'd it go? It's right here. So 14 blocks. That's unfortunate. The base is big enough that I'm never going to have everything within 14 blocks. That's unfortunate. Yeah, maybe. Let's see here. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. That might work. If I put the controller right here. If I put the controller there. That's kind of dumb. That's not exactly a great place for a controller. But also now that I've got more room, I can expand my storage area too. $29 block, yeah. So essentially a 29 block diameter. This is essentially the center of my. Right in here is essentially the center of my world. Huh. That's true. That's true. Yeah, the storage link just has to be within 14 blocks. Yep. But then I think so. Yeah. Correct. And the controller is already linked to the ME to the ME system anyhow, right here. Like I've already got that link set up. And essentially I could just put this down underneath, down on the I don't know how I want to do this. I don't know how I want to do this. I don't necessarily somehow do I want to just move this? No, I don't want to move this. I kind of want this to be the farming area. So, yeah. Farm, agriculture, like passive mobs right there. Yeah. I'm gonna have to think about. I need to figure out what I want this to look like, right? Like this is not what I want this to look like. This is not what I want this to look like. I need to figure that out. That's the most important thing anyway. I think that the ME system, I think this is going to be in the center of the world. I know, right? Who knew playing a silly block game would be so hard? It kind of makes sense that I would want to have the ME system in the center of the world. Kind of makes sense, doesn't it? So like if I had a right here. Yeah. So right there. Okay. Right there. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah. So that area there is basically the center of the base. If I were to put all of the ME stuff in the center of the base, I feel like that would be a good place to start. These are nice decorative blocks, but they don't do anything, so we're going to get rid of these. Get rid of these. Get rid of those. Get rid of those. Get rid of those. Get rid of those. Get rid of that. Lots of seeds. Do I have a place for seeds? I think I have a place for seeds already. %, full. I need to up the storage of that. Eh, you know what? No, I don't. I don't need more seeds. I have lots of seeds. I don't know where that came from. Probably mob drop. Okay. Let's get some more of those blocks because I have some. All right, what are we making here? We're making netherrack. We're making cobblestone. I don't think I need to be making cobblestone here anymore because I've got oodles of cobblestone. I've got a cobblestone gen over here. I've got one here. I'm making cobblestone. I don't think I need to make any more cobblestone. So netherrack. Where do I want to make netherrack? And then also I'm making obsidian here. Yeah, obsidian there. Where did my obsidian go? Is it over here? I think it's over here. Yeah, it's over here. Buckets. Out running in real life? Why are you running? Are you a wanted felon? this is why we're making, this is why we're doing this here, is because we've got a cobblestone generator and we can actually, okay. Mm-hmm.
Now that's what I call high quality H2O.
We need water. Let's hydrate. Cheers.
And keep breathing.
Oh,
Really
and apparently we need to
stretch.
stretch.
And back to center.
Oh. Ow. Yeah, that's good. That was a good stretch. That was a good stretch. Okay. So, cobblestone. Jane knows her stuff. That's true. That is very true. So as long as we've got a lava source and a water source opposite each other, we can make, which we have right here. We have that right here. Do I have any more energy pipes in my inventory? Energy pipes. None there. I do have energy pipes. So if I take and put this right here, and then this right here, and then this right here, and then we do water on the other side. Do I have more cobblestone walls on me? No. Don't have any cobblestone walls. Thought I had some. Now I have some. I also need a water bucket. I have a water bucket. Never mind. Never mind. Okay, now we are creating more. Okay. Where? There. And that. Okay. Now we need to take this one. And take it over here. I think that's right. That is not right. Exporter. Items. Why are you going over there? What in the world? What? Why are you going over here? This line right here. I am really confused right now. Really? Let's see if this is... Yeah, we're good now. Yeah, we're good now. Okay. Obsidian moved. Obsidian is moved. Next, we need to probably do this one. So we got you and you. We can take... Take a nap. We've got lots of soul sand. I don't know that I'm going to need any more soul sand right away. That's a functional storage barrel. Let's go ahead and take... Let's go ahead and take that and just put it over here into the ME system. Over here. For now. And then link it. It needs to be locked. So there's that. And then the linking tool. There. Now we should have soul sand. We do have soul sand. We'll have to re-establish our soul sand production, but right now that's not a big deal. go ahead and put this over here too because it's cobblestone and we can always use cobblestone. Linking. So put that back and then we'll lock it. And now we should have lots of cobblestone, yeah? Yes, we do have lots and lots of cobblestone now. Good. You are an exporter. Where are you exporting to? Okay. Oh, apparently I hadn't had that in my inventory yet and got the advancement for it. That seems unfortunate. Oh, let's see. Don't need cobblestone. Don't need cobblestone. I have lots and lots and lots of cobblestone. Almost got why won't you? There we go. That's why. Okay, we got our mycelium back, yeah? Sure. Sure. Yep. Okay. Okay, get rid of that, get rid of that, get rid of that. Get rid of that, I guess. All right, I don't know what I'm going to do with the... I don't know what I'm going to do with the sink yet. I'm sure we'll figure it out. Okay. We're getting there. We're getting there. Oh. Guys, we have dropped 0 frames today. That makes me happy. All right, so... next is this. I've got so much stuff in my inventory. Way too much stuff. No frame goes unviewed. That's good. Yeah, a couple of weeks ago we were dropping frames real bad too. Found out what that was too, in case you missed it last week. It was basically just bitrate on the stream. It was set too high. Do I have a shovel? Do I have a shovel? That's a big negative. I do not have a shovel. That's okay though. I do have this. All right, let's go put some stuff away. As soon as I remember where my ME system is. We can put you away. We can put you away. We can put you away. Sure. That, yes. That, yes. Sure, sure. Kitchen sink. Oh, what do we have here? Don't be dropping the window or picture frames. That's right. Don't be dropping that stuff. Cool. So much to do. So little time. Nope. That's not. Nope. Okay, now I got to move cactuses. I guess I can move cactuses. Yeah, that's sophisticated storage. Good. Are you not full? Okay, that's good. Packing tape? I should have packing tape, yeah. I got packing tape. Nice. Hello? That's got to be, this is RB, I would guess. Oh, maybe not. I don't care about that stuff. Stupid thing. Tech talk. Good morning, Sonic. Glad to have you, buddy. Oh, I'll have to look at that. Diamond Anvil just shared a link. Yeah, I saw that. I'll have to check that out. I didn't grab what I was going to grab. I was going to grab all of this, and I didn't grab it. Didn't grab any of it. All right, let's see. We got this. I guess we'll put this here. And then we need this, and that can go there, and that can go like so. That is already locked, so now we just need to link it. I think it's already linked, but yeah. So now I should have cactus. Yeah, got lots of cactus. Nice. Do the same thing for the pumpkins. Do the same for the pumpkins. That's already locked. That's good. Need one of you. Need one of you. And you should be linked. Yes, you are. Nice. Okay. So, with that area now cleared out, this center area here, this is where I want to move the ME system to. This is where I want to move the ME system to. So let's go ahead and grab this. We'll grab all of these inscribers first. Charger and inscribers, sure. And I think I'm going to put that along here. So let's do, how many, that's 6 items. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. good. Not good. That's not good. You go there. Same thing with you. You're off by 1 block. Is there covers for this? Are there covers for this anymore? Can you cover Fluix cables in this pack? Facades or whatever. Mimic other blocks cover XNet cables. Might be a generic cover to cover just about anything. Okay. All right. Well, we'll worry about that shortly. First things first is I want to... Nope, not you. Get the rest of these, turn those into these, craft all of them. Yes, please. We'll put the charger there. We'll put the inscribers here. Then we'll move these out of the way. Put these cables back in place. On this side of the room, you are importing power, yes? Yes, you are importing power. Oh, I gotta put these inscribers back together. Let's do that real quick. All right, so you're the first one. You're gonna be a silicon press. Right? And then you will be the calculation press. You will be the logic press. You will be the engineering press. And then you are the one that's going to put all of them together. Let's get... guess we'll take this and we'll put it there. And then we'll take all of these. Put all of those there. Then we'll put the cables. Sure, the cables. You know what? I really screwed myself here, I think. I won't have enough cables. I won't have enough cables to re-interface with my storage room. I don't think. I don't think I'll have enough cables. Could be wrong. That was really dumb. All right, let's see. So right here. This can I? Oh, here's a question. I can have more than one of these ME controllers, can I? Like if I just wanted to have 4 of those sitting next to each other for decoration, I could do that, right? I believe that that's how that works. And actually, I'm going to need to do this. Put this here for now. It'll make the lining up of things a little bit easier for me, I think. Well, that was dumb. There. I fixed that. 3. I think I have some more cables. Right? Yeah, I got some right here. All right, that takes care of that. Can I get 18? I don't think I can. I don't think that's going to work. I don't think it's going to reach. Ooh, you need power. You need power. How am I going to do that? How am I going to power this thing? I mean, I guess for right now, I'm just going to have to do this. And we're powered. Good. All right, that gets that back online. Now I got to figure out how I'm going to get from over here to over there. What's it take to make ME glass cable? Just regular Fluix cable. Takes a couple of Fluix crystals and quartz fibers. Do I have quartz fibers? I do not.
And that's what I call high quality H2O.
So we need glass and Certus dust. Let's get some water. So, Fluix, Certus quartz dust. I might have some of that. Where's there it is. Everything's lost. I don't know where anything is. Let's see, Certus quartz dust. Like right there, yeah. Okay. And then I also need those dark crystals. How do you make those dark crystals? Oh, no, I don't need those yet. I do need those, but I don't need them yet. Okay, I need glass. Right? Yeah, any glass. So 6 times 2 is 12. Yeah, if y'all are watching over on YouTube, make sure you hit the like button. That's very beneficial. Helps us out immensely. Okay, so now I got quartz fibers that can be used to make Fluix crystals. That comes from charged crystals, redstone, and quartz. I have 9 of these, which means I'll need 18. 18? Sure, 18. Well, let's do 1, 2, 3. That's not the ones I want. Oh, I only have 2 charged Certus quartz. Let's do that. It's not hooked up yet. It's not hooked up yet. We can make it hooked up now. We can make it hooked up now. There, now it's hooked up. There we go. Charge Certus. Charge Certus. And charge. Oh. Okay, so now we got charged Certus. We need some redstone and some regular quartz. Redstone. And regular quartz. And then we need to turn off our magnet. Nice. So now if I do this and this, yeah. 27. That might be enough. 27 might be enough. $27 is not going to be enough. Why is it all of these corners are right? I got an idea. All of these corners, all of these places where I'm trying to drop these down are under lights. Home again. All done with your running for now? This is absolutely. Do the cables in the floor? Okay. I didn't know that there. So we were actually looking at covers. We were actually looking at covers. Where are the covers? Stone covers. What? Yeah, like what are the covers? Because I didn't see them. But I'm 100%. They're not in the JEI. All the J. Mm-hmm. Okay, yeah. Let me know what they are, and I would absolutely like to do that. Facades. I thought I looked at that, but maybe I did not. FAC. Conduit facades from Ender.io. So Ender.io stuff will work. All right. Groovy. Okay. Good to know. But yes, that will absolutely save me some cables if I do that. Oops. And that will also help me with the power for this. Goes here. That. And there's that. So that takes care of that. It's raining. Make it stop raining. Test this out first. Cable anchors. So the cable, place the item in the middle of 4 cable anchors. Okay, so let's look at cable anchors. So I need a quartz knife. So that's just 2 pieces of quartz, a piece of iron. And a stick. Need a stick. Oh, it's nether quartz. It's not Certus quartz. Good thing it's nether quartz, because you know nothing about Minecraft. You know a lot of stuff about Minecraft. You know more than I do, probably. And that's a piece of gold. Really a piece of anything. So now take these, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then take this. It does create a facade. What? Does it do what we want it to do? It does. This makes me very happy. This makes me very happy. Yep, that makes me very, very happy. Extremely happy. Ecstatic even. Because now what I can do is I can do this. I can put this down here so that it's not in the middle of my stinking floor. Where's my wrench? My connector. Do what? What was that? What in the world was that? Hold on a second here, folks. I'm getting some... I don't know. I'm not going to worry about it. I heard some music or something, and I don't know where it came from. It's not anything here. Nope. Okay. bless it. We were, I don't know. There was a reason. I don't remember what that reason was. Oh, this is going to be so close. Am I going to be off by like 1? Perfect. Perfect. Are you kidding me? That was perfect. I had exactly enough. I had exactly enough. That makes me very, very happy. Yeah, they can't be expected to tell me everything. Yeah. To be fair, they did mention covers, but we didn't explore the. Well, I take that back. I did look up facades, but it didn't recognize the block. So. Oh. I need a bathroom? Why do I need a bathroom? Yeah, it's true. Is it not in there? I mean, they are in there. No, they're not. You're right. They're not in there. But they are part of applied energistics, which is interesting. The interface. Yeah, that's it. Well, okay, hold on. It was connectors. So let's go with connector. Cable connector, right? It was cable connector, right? I've lost them. I've lost them now. Yeah, they're called cable facades, but they're not in JEI, which is super weird. Yeah, they're just not in there. But that takes care of that. Like that got that to a spot where we can have a centrally located thing. We can also build more of those facades, more of those covers to decorate the room, right? Which is cool. I think that's going to do it, though. I think that's going to do it, though. We did good today. Y'all, we did real good today. I'm pleased. I'm pleased with the... It was cable anchors, wasn't it? Yeah, cable anchors. So if you make cable anchors, and then those are used for... Yeah, see, it doesn't show that they can be used for really much of anything. Weird. Anyway, let's do this and let's put those over there so I remember them. We can suck as a team in an FPS game? Sure. Sure. All right. Well, this makes me happy. We got this moved. Strissy, I'll ask you, can I have 4 of these together? 4 of these controllers together? I only need the one to function, but I just kind of want to, yeah. Only for 2 things. Facades and holding 2 cables. Oh, yeah. Yep, so I can... Yeah, you got to put those between the 2 cables. Like, if you want to keep the network separate... Yeah, you got to put those anchors in between the 2 cables so that they don't join together if you're trying to keep your network channel separate. I remember that. But yeah, and I don't need it to function. I just want the aesthetic. I just want the look, right? I only really need the one to function. But I don't know. I didn't know. Let's get a screenshot. Let's get a screenshot from somewhere. Let's do F1. Make it daytime again, maybe, right now? Right now I only have 6 sides out. Oh, yeah, you can make a big controller thing, right? If I remember right. Yeah, that's true. Okay, well then that actually makes this a little bit easier to justify then, because we can make a big cable controller or a big ME controller block and have it decorate that space and still have it be an even number of things, right? So that's cool. I gotcha. And F2. And F2. Sweet. There we go. Screenshots acquired. Oh. Let's go back over here. Front view, just chatting. Oh. Hide that HP, huh? Do I? I don't understand what you're asking me to do. Hide the HP. Oh, hide that home page. I gotcha. Okay. Anyway, folks, I think that's going to do it for today. This was a lot of fun. Had a good time today. So thank you all so much for watching. I do hope that you enjoyed. If you did, you know what to do. Hit the follow button, get notified every time I go live, which is every Saturday, about 8:30 in the morning, until about now. If you really love the stream, then consider supporting us over on Patreon. Patreon.com/RB_plays. Helps keep the internet running, upgrade the computer, buy cables for webcams. Okay, that's the Applied Energistics homepage. Got it. AppliedEnergistics.org. Much fun was had. Thank you for the stream. Thank you, Sonic. It's always good to see you, man. Hope you're doing well. I am going to go and make myself a turkey sandwich. Probably. Ooh, I know what I'm having today. I bought some Progresso tomato basil soup. I am going to have tomato basil soup for lunch today. I love tomato basil soup. But anyway, that's it for today. Thank you all so much for watching. We'll come back. We'll do this again next Saturday. You are all invited. But until then, be kind to each other. Celebrate your achievements. Have joy in the fact that we just brought 4 humans back from the moon. And get off my lawn. We'll see everybody. Have a great week. Bye-bye.